It's raining and we're going to the thrift store. I've got some books that I want to turn in because I have a bookcase, like I said last time, that is full of books. I'm going to go this way for a change. That I never intend to finish. So I've got a few of those in the bag behind me and we're going to turn those in. Gotta watch out for the madam. Walking around with trash cans. Alright, so... But I actually found the book that I did finish, so that is something noteworthy. Like I said last time, I thought that the book that I finished 3 years ago was the most recently finished book, and that was still a recent achievement of mine. But actually, between then and now, I read another one that I kind of forgot about until I saw it again, and that is Dangerous Personalities by Navarro. I'll probably put a picture over here somewhere so that we can take a look at the cover. Now first, a little bit about Joe. He is, I believe his title is FBI profiler, so he's somebody who works for the FBI and would go and talk to criminals to figure out what's like going on inside their head and stuff like that. There we go. And not because he's trying to find some type of sympathy for what they're doing, but more to try and figure out maybe if we can figure out what some other people who are like them might be thinking and how to best handle them and stuff like that. I'm probably not explaining it correctly, but oh, we got trash people over here. Not trash individuals, but actual people who are the garbage truck. So that's interesting. He came from Cuba, I believe, originally. He went to the US with his parents, and for the first, I'm guessing months, maybe a year, he didn't speak the language, and so he spent a lot of time looking at people's body language. That was a bumpy bit there. Hang on. You guys fell over. Shh. I don't like this position. This might be... Nope, that's worse. Always a good idea to adjust your phone while driving. I'll do that once I'm past this corner. I'll just go in here for a second to fix the thing. There's a parking space here, which is a lot safer than doing it while driving. If you have some issues with your car and you need a moment, find a parking space. Probably a good idea. Oops, there we go, right there. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to fix you guys for a second because otherwise you can't see much. There, that bumpy bit on the road is really annoying. But okay, we fixed it. We're going. Let's go this way around. And see if I can get out of here. Because this parking space I never really go to. I think I've been here once before when I was about to go onto the highway and it was so cold and damp inside the car that the window was fogging over, and so I had to clean those up before I go any further, because that of course is super dangerous. Okay, so I'm turning right here as well. Very good. Okay. So he arrived from Cuba and couldn't speak the language, and therefore spent a lot of time looking at the body language of the other kids in his class, because he did just go to school. And so he learned people's body language before he actually learned to communicate with words with them. So that helped him a lot. And I don't know his entire autobiography, but you can look him up because he's a very interesting character. And he's the reason why we have a lot of the FBI profiling techniques we do today. Said the Dutch person who doesn't really have much connection to the FBI, but just saying. So he wrote a book on dangerous personalities. And I believe the ones he in particular talked about are, of course, the narcissist, which a lot of people are obsessed with these days, calling everybody a narcissist. If you read this book, you'll find out what an actual narcissist is. You might find the person that you're thinking of, who might be a narcissist in your eyes, to be one of the other unstable personalities. But so the narcissist is one, and the other one is a paranoid personality. That's the person who puts cameras everywhere and thinks that everybody's out to get them and stuff like that. And then we have, hello, where are you going? Oh, what? This person's very slow. And the other ones were emotionally unstable. I'm forgetting one of them. So the paranoid one, narcissist, there's 5 of them in total. Right now I'm not really coming up with number 5. Maybe if I have a moment I can take a look at the book and put it on the screen. I'll do that. That's probably better. So there's those personalities, and the thing is, you learn what they do, and that also means you can learn about the traits and then how to avoid them, because there's a lot of them. It's not like dangerous personality is always running at you with knives and stuff like that. So that's the whole thing, because if that were the case, you wouldn't need a book. You just would go like, hey, that person over there is trying to stab me. He's probably a dangerous personality. But it's mostly dangerous in the sense that they can be very inviting initially. They do a lot of what they call love bombing, as in they'll try to make you feel good and make you feel wanted, and I don't know, whatever it is that they think that you want to feel. Particularly the narcissists are good at that because they need their supply. So if you don't want to be trapped in relationships or other types of things, just want to get away from the truck behind me. You don't want to get caught up in that type of nonsense, then make sure to read the book so you can figure out what type of people you're dealing with, and then how to avoid them, because that, of course, is the main thing. Because even though he's a profiler, like I said before, he's not trying to make people feel sorry for anybody who has a dangerous personality. It's more so to protect people who might become victims of them. So that is how it's written, and it's very informative. Also, if you already know what type of personality the person is that you're dealing with, you can just skip ahead to their chapter. You don't have to read the others, but of course, in order to avoid other people like that, you might want to read the entire book. Because the thing is, if you have a tendency to attract one type of dangerous personality, you probably also attract the others. So you might want to just check it out regardless. So it's handy to know these things. And it might also reflect on some of the people that you are kind of connected to, like through family bonds, that you know exactly why Uncle Bob is always doing whatever at Christmas dinner that makes you feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. I need to go to the left for a second. There, that's better. Because we are going to the thrift store. That means I need to be on this lane and not the one on the right, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Looks like we have a nice green light here. We're going to make that, hopefully. Yes, green all the way. Good. So that's one of them. And most of the books that I'm turning in right now are more of those fluff books, or books that just kind of didn't really deliver on their promise. I didn't finish any of them. And others I'm kind of just releasing into the world, like, okay, this might be a good book for other people to read because I already understand the contents, and therefore I'm done with it, even though I didn't actually finish it, like until the last page. But sometimes you just have a book and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're trying to say, and then it's like, okay, I'm just going to put that right here for other people to find. And that is also a thing, by the way. Some people release books like on trains and buses and stuff like that. Oops, there we go. I have to stop there for a second to let the bus pass, or the van, I should say, not the bus. Now I can't see the traffic light. But okay, so I'm going to release those books into the thrift store. They have plenty of books, but my books that I turn in are always some type of quality, so people can definitely enjoy those if they want. Looks like it's green. Come on, guys. You want to go. Wow, there's a lot of trucks here today. It's a little bit annoying because there's this reduction of lanes coming up pretty soon, so everybody's trying to get past me, but there's trucks ahead of me, so I can't go very fast. See the guy who's now behind me? Great. It's a bit of an industrial zone, that's why we have this issue right now, but we'll see. Anyway, so that is Dangerous Personalities by Navarro. Hopefully you find that interesting. It's certainly a very educational book. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and there you go. Bye-bye for now.